Welcome back to Studio Life, everybody. Today we're going to look at something from Analog Obsession again. It's been ages since we looked at anything new from Analog Obsession. But a little while ago, they dropped their Poortec, which is basically, it's a version of a Pultec. Let's find out, is it? Yeah, Analog Obsession, they make some great plugins. It's a really unique way of doing things because they kind of don't charge. You just go to the website, download whichever one you want. It's kind of free, but if you use it, you should sign up to their Patreon. It's a contribution thing. It's a nice way of working. I really like it, and they do some fantastic things. Anyway, let's have a look at the Poortec. As you can tell by looking at it, this is a Pultec kind of thing. But there's some differences. It's basically just a high and a low band. So what they've done is give you a low shelf and a high peak filter. I think that's what it is. And very nicely laid out, but slightly different. They haven't exactly modelled the Pultec because they've modelled the EQ part of it, but not the gain stage or the inductors. But what they have done for an output stage is that they've modelled the line output from a Fairchild style compressor and tacked that onto this. So you're basically getting the EQ of a Pultec with the output stage of a Fairchild. That sounds like a winning combination. Anyway, we'll find out. So yeah, we've got the power switch down there on the bottom left. It's quite nice, doesn't cause any clicks or pops or anything. So flipping between what you're doing and the natural state, the bypass, it's nice and easy. I like that. We've got the boost and attenuation for the low end, and then we've got the CPS control. Anyone know what CPS stands for? It's cycles per second. So yeah, 20 cycles, 30 cycles, 60 cycles, 100 cycles, 150 cycles, and 200 cycles. It's your frequency, obviously. KCS for the top end, kilocycles per second. They don't do the per. Don't know why. Anyway, so 3K, 4K, 5K, 8K, 10K, and 16K. We've then got the boost and the attenuation. Before anyone asks at once in the comments, yes, it will do the Pultec trick on the low end. What is the Pultec trick? It's if you set the boost and the attenuation, let's say you set your CPS setting to 60 Hertz. You boost, let's say 4 dB, and then you attenuate the same 4 dB. So you think, well, that's going to cancel it out. It doesn't cancel out. It creates basically like a little boost and then a dip after it before it goes back up to the sort of the mid-range. So it creates a unique sound, which has become sort of synonymous with a tight low end. Lots of mixing engineers use that. So it's a useful trick to know. TP is basically stands for trim pot. And the more you turn it to the left, the more harmonics you're adding to the signal, the more of the saturation kind of stuff. It sounds really nice. You'll see from the demo at the end. If you crank it, it can quickly get out of control, but if you get it just right, it's adding just a really nice subtle amount of nice harmonics. And then we've got an output control as well. It's very simple. What else can I say? There isn't any oversampling on this one. They quite often do oversampling, not on this. Not sure why. Maybe it's something that's coming later. Maybe it's not. Don't know. Don't know the answer to that one. There's no demo because it's free. So just go and download it. And if you like it, maybe make a donation to Analog Obsession through the Patreon system. Star rating. Well, let me say this. It sounds great. It's kind of simplified compared to a regular Pultec in that we haven't got the separate attenuation of the high end. It's kind of just like a 2-band EQ. It's kind of strange in that it's a shelf and a peak, but it is what it is. It sounds really nice. For doing the Pultec trick and just doing a little tweak on the high end, you kind of don't need anything else. So I quite like it. Analog Obsession, you're never quite sure because you're not really paying for it, and you know it's not a company as such, it's one guy. We're never sure whether they're going to be able to support the plugins for long, but you're not really paying for them, so it kind of don't matter. I would say go and check it out. I use a lot of their stuff and I really like it. Star rating, I'm going to go 4 stars. It's pretty good. It would be nice to see the oversampling on there, and it'd be kind of nice to have that extra feature for the sort of the mid and high section. Anyway, I do like it. Listen to the demo at the end. I think it's pretty cool, and you can't argue with 3. 3 is awesome. Anyway, if you could like the video, that would really help. If you could subscribe to the channel, that helps even more. You could check out my Instagram, which is Mixdown Mastering, see what I get up to in the studio week in, week out. You could go and check out the website, which is Studio Life, and we've got the top 5 plugins there. And there's also information on the courses on mixing and mastering. Anyway, I will see you in the next one. Hope you're all good. See you later.